Hello. Today I wanted to talk to you about one of our classes, Storeroom and Materials Management. This is a 3-day class, and if you think about this, people say, okay, well, the storeroom is just a storeroom. Really? Do you realize that 30 to 40% of your downtime comes from not having the right parts in the stockroom? And do you realize that if you think about this, well, we'll back it up from a standpoint. If you're a maintenance guy, how many parts do you order? Well, if I need one, I'm going to buy at least 2 or 3. Really? Okay, well, it happens that, he talks to the vendor, that same maintenance tech goes to buy 2 or 3, and he talks to the vendor and says, hey, Fred, if you'll just buy 5, I can give you an economic discount. Because you're buying 5, we can get 20% off. Well, guess what? It happens that you only use one of those parts every 7 years. So when you bought 5 parts, you just bought 35 years worth of supply. Even though it saved you 20%, you tied up the business's money for that length of time. And if you think about too, how many times do you go to the stockroom to get a part and it's not there? How many times do you go to the stockroom and get a part and it's a used part? How many times do you go to the stockroom and, for example, the part is aged out? I could ask you for a bearing in a sealed package, what's the shelf life? And you might tell me, Jeff, I don't really know. Well, the answer is 7 years. And what happens is the lubricating film dries out and you have metal-to-metal contact. And when that occurs, it causes brinelling. Or how about the fact that when you typically have your stockroom near the railroad tracks and they sit there and shake the whole time, those bearings. Or how about the belts that are hung on the peg and, close to the fluorescent lights. These are all things we talk about in the maintenance, materials, and stockroom class. As part of that, think about these kind of topics. First in, first out. ABC classification. XYZ classification. Inventory levels. Shelf life. Stocking parameters. Safety stock. Staging and kitting. All these other things are components of the 3-day Storeroom and Materials Management class. This class is available to you both on-site and at public venues across the country. Consider attending one or having one done on your site if you had some of the issues that we just talked about. Thank you so much.